Hello everyone and welcome to class of AWS Management Console. So in our last class we have discussed how to log in to AWS Management Console. So these are the services provided by AWS. So here we can see, here in this interface we can see that we have various resource groups like compute, storage, database, networking and content delivery, migration. We have developer tools, management tools, security, identity and compliance. We have analytics, artificial intelligence, IoT, business productivity, messaging, etc. So we will start with the very first, which is compute. So let's discuss about what is compute services provided by Amazon. So this is AWS console. Here we are going to discuss about this part, which is a compute section. Compute section contains EC2 container service, Lightsail, Elastic Beamstack. We have Lambda and Batch. Now let's discuss about compute. What compute is? So this is our compute, and compute comprises of these things. So we can say that Amazon Web Services provides a variety of compute and networking services. So why they are providing a variety of compute and networking services? So that we can deliver core functionality for business to develop. So in order to develop our business and in order to run their workloads, we have various services. So this AWS compute, it enables us so that we can have on-demand access of various resources. Now what are the resources? We have servers, we require storage, we have applications, and also we have various services. So in order to have this on-demand request and on-demand grant of the resources, we have Amazon Web Services compute. So we can have various products, we can deploy various products, run as well as scale applications on virtual servers. We can run our code on virtual servers, we can run our things or applications on containers or servers. So compute as very first is EC2, which is Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud. We call it as Amazon EC2. Now what EC2 is? EC2 is basically a web service. So this is a web service which provide us resizable compute capacity in the cloud. So resizable on demand. That means it provides us resizable compute capacity in the cloud. Now with the help of this, it allows us or organization so that they can obtain and configure virtual servers in Amazon data centers. In Amazon data centers, we have various servers. So EC2 provides organization so that they can obtain virtual servers in Amazon data center and they can use resources to build and host software systems. Organization can select from a variety of operating systems and resource configurations. Now in resource configuration, what they require? They require combination of CPU, memory, storage, networking capacity, and this all is based on the need of applications. So we can see or we can say that Amazon EC2, it presents a virtual computing environment which allows organizations to launch compute resources with variety of operating systems, load their applications, manage their network access and have their complete control. So this is basically a flexible service and it is providing us resizable compute capacity which are equivalent to virtual servers in their data centers. So we can commission one or thousands of instances simultaneously. We require to pay what we are using. We can make web scale cloud computing easy. So this is the use of Amazon EC2. Next we have EC2 container service. So Amazon EC2 container service, it is highly scalable high performance container management service because it is providing us or it supports Docker containers and it allows us to run applications on a managed cluster of Amazon EC2 instances. So, with the help of these containers, we require to make a piece of software run in isolated containers that can run into isolated containers. Now, what is Docker? Docker is basically an open source project that automates the deployment of applications inside the containers. So, container service allows us to easily run applications on a cluster of EC2 instances. Amazon Container Service eliminates the need to install, operate, and scale your own cluster management infrastructure. So, what is the deployment unit in EC2, which is a container? So, we require a container. With the help of this, we can run our software in isolated containers. Next, we have in compute, we have light sail. So, we discuss about light sail. So, it is designed easiest way. This is the easiest way to launch and manage virtual private server within AWS. Now it launches in seconds because it has pre-configured operating system and application images. So we can manage your resources easily from this console. When your application needs advanced features, now what are the advanced features? Like you require managed databases, you require content delivery network, or any of dozens of another features, you can connect to AWS service with the help of Lightsail server. Now Lightsail plan starts at only $5 per month. This is lightweight, simplified product and it offers dramatically simplified console. So we require Lightsail so that if we require easiest way to launch virtual private servers in Amazon Web Services. Next, in EC2 or in compute, we have Elastic Beam Stack. Now let's discuss about Beam Stack. This is an easy way, or we can say this is easy to use service so that we can deploy and scale web applications. And it is available or it services which are developed in Java, .NET, PHP, Node.js, Python, Ruby, Go, and Docker. We can simply upload our code and AWS Elastic Beam Stack will automatically handles their deployment. From capacity provisioning, that means everything from capacity, load and scaling as well as health monitoring, Elastic Beam Stack will help. Next we have Lambda, AWS Lambda. Now AWS Lambda, it runs code without provisioning or managing servers. It executes your code only when needed and it scales automatically from few requests per day to thousands per second. And what is the Lambda deployment unit? It is code. So you can run your code virtually from any applications or service. We can say that we need to pay only for the compute time we consume. For this, no charge when code is not running. So that means charge will be paid to us whenever our code is running. And if our code is not running, we are not going to pay. So we can say that this is zero administration compute platform for backend web developers that runs your code on AWS cloud and it provides you a fine-grained pricing structure. It runs your backend code on its AWS compute fleet of Amazon EC2 instance across multiple availability zones in our regions. It provides us high availability, security, performance, and scalability of AWS infrastructure that we require. Code can be set up to automatically trigger from other AWS services. For example, we can write a code and when you upload image, it will be automatically resized. Next we have AWS batch. Now what is that? Means it provisions optimum quantity. AWS, it enables developers, scientists and engineers so that they can easily and efficiently run hundreds and thousands of batch computing jobs on AWS. It dynamically provisions the optimal quantity and type of compute resources. That means it will automatically or dynamically provisions the CPU or memory optimized instances, and which is totally based on specific requirements of batch jobs submitted. So we require to submit some jobs which we call as batch job. So AWS batch enables developers, scientists or engineers so that they can efficiently run their batch computing jobs on AWS. So this is our compute section of AWS Management Console. It contains EC2, container service, Lightsail, Beamstack, Lambda and batch. Each one has its own functionality that we had discussed. Thank you so much.